Well, Doomsday's been delayed. Look, let's be honest with ourselves. Are we that surprised? This film was supposed to be edited, produced, filmed in a year. I mean, marketed, released, all of it in like a year. That's a very tall order for any sort of film, let alone one of the biggest films ever made. So right out of the bat, I'm not surprised by this delay in the slightest. In fact, I think 90% of this delay is, well, for good reason. And I think for the most part, the delay is actually going to be a good thing, minus one thing that we will talk about later on. But the delay of this movie raises a lot of questions, not just for this film, but for others as well. Guys, before we get too far into this, we are less than 100 subscribers away from 3,000 subs. If you're new to this channel, I would love to have you here. I love talking to you guys down in the comments. Leave one because I most likely will respond. I've got to know what you think about this Doomsday delay. Okay, let's go ahead and get into my real thoughts. As I said already, I'm not surprised. Disappointed, sure, but honestly, I think this is for the best. There's been various set photos and little leak things coming out about Avengers Doomsday, and all of it sounds very awesome and looks very awesome. But again, this is one of the biggest movies ever made in terms of the cast and the scale. It has to be done right, and the tight time frame of filming and releasing was just not enough. Remember, Marvel Studios' new thing now is quality over quantity. They're not just going to be pushing out things for sakes of pushing it out. I know the Russo brothers want to make a great film, and I know the cast does too. I mean, we're bringing generations of superhero characters together for one massive film that leads into an even bigger event with Secret Wars. They've got to do it right, and they've got to take their time. Seriously, think about all of the VFX work that's probably going into this movie and how it would look if they had less than 6 months to pull it off. I'm telling you, yes, you might be a little upset like I am that the movie's delayed and we don't get to see it sooner, but I think the wait is going to be worth it in terms of quality. This movie was supposed to be releasing, I believe, in the summertime of 2026, but it's now being released in December of 2026. This means that Spider-Man Brand New Day is now technically releasing before Avengers Doomsday. Does this change the plot of Spider-Man Brand New Day? I think it might. I think something big is definitely going to happen at the end of Doomsday that's either reshaping our world or creating a new world for all humans to live on. And I think Brand New Day was going to maybe go into that, but now it can kind of be something new. We've all discussed the whole multiversal versus street level thing with this film, and I think now that it's going to be releasing before Doomsday, they can probably get away with a little bit more street level, and that's super exciting. So if there's a silver lining to any of this, it's that Spider-Man Brand New Day might be even more of what we wanted. Also, staying on the Spider-Man discussion, people have speculated that the delay is maybe due to Tom Holland now officially signing on for the film and getting to do principal photography. According to rumors, they weren't sure if they were going to be able to get Tom Holland to be Spider-Man in this movie, but now it looks like he's possibly going to be in it, and therefore they're going to need a lot more time to shoot because he could potentially be one of the main characters. Honestly, I think that's smart considering he's pretty much like a face of the franchise. I think the weirdest thing is not getting an Avengers movie in the summertime, which is normally when we get all of them. Instead, we're waiting till Christmas, but hey, that'll make the holidays more fun. Meaning the current lineup for the next MCU film starts with Fantastic Four in July, and then a whole year later with Brand New Day leading into December with Avengers Doomsday. In terms of just main MCU films, that's like 17 months in between films because Sony technically owns the rights to Spider-Man even though he's in the MCU. But it's going to be nice having that film kind of bridge the gap to Doomsday because wow, that's a long time we've got to wait. But again, I think it's going to be worth it. Now, remember earlier in the video, I said there might be one little issue with moving this movie to December. Well, we've got to talk about that now. Supposedly, Avengers Doomsday is going to be releasing the same weekend as Dune Messiah. Now, I don't know if Dune Messiah could be moved later on or it's going to try and stay to this date, but having Dune and Avengers go head to head at the box office is wild. This is going to be like Barbenheimer 2.0. I've seen some people already call it Avengers Doomsday, and I think that's pretty funny. Needless to say, if both of these movies release on the same weekend, I'm going to see both probably multiple times. My God, the video coverage is going to be absolutely insane that weekend, but hey, that's what I do for you guys, so you should subscribe. Do I think that Dune could have an impact on the box office for Avengers Doomsday? I think so, absolutely. But nonetheless, it's going to get people in movie theaters, and that's just awesome. Overall, yeah, of course I want to see Avengers Doomsday sooner. I mean, we were supposed to be getting Avengers Kang Dynasty like a couple months ago, if not like this month or something. So yeah, in terms of the Avengers movies, it's kind of been disappointment after disappointment, but with this situation, I'm actually happy about it because I know that they want to take their time and do this story justice because they have to knock it out of the park. And this also means Spider-Man Brand New Day has to knock it out of the park and set up Doomsday in the post-credit scene. It's really exciting. I don't really even think we're done with all of the news regarding delays and things moving with this film and all of the news coming out about it. So if you guys want to stay up to date on that, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video, and I will see you all very, very soon.